Hello, this is Damon, and welcome to another episode of my favorite tech gear. Thought I'd spend today talking about the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus. I was able to get one of those recently, and I so far really like the tablet. As far as Android tablets go, it's excellent. It's beautiful screen. It's got great resolution. It's got a lot of storage. I went ahead and got the 512, which is the largest internal storage you can get, but it has an SD card slot, so I got a micro SD card slot. So I got a terabyte micro SD card put in it, so I have plenty of storage for pictures and media and everything. So far, I haven't even filled up the 512, though. I mean, I've still got plenty of room for more apps or any internal needed storage items. It works really good syncing with my Galaxy Z Fold 6. So Samsung and Samsung really work well together, of course, because they're designed to do that. So I was able to get a lot of my apps to sync over, and I'm using it mostly for gameplay right now. I've really gotten into SimCity so far, and I also love playing Monopoly. So those are two really fun games. I also got Whiteout and Age of Empires, and there was another one that I got, but I can't remember what one it was. I only started it up. I haven't actually really played it much. I just got through the tutorials, so I'll look at what that is and I'll let you know later. So I really am enjoying that tablet. It's a little bit different as far as with an iPad because the dimensions are different. It's more phone dimensions, like I guess you'd say 16 by 9 instead of 3 by 4 like most iPads are. So it's a little bit depending on which orientation you have it. If it's portrait orientation, it's longer. If it's landscape, it'd be wider. So it's this by this. So it's a little bit unusual in the dimensions to me because I'm used to the 3 by 4 the iPad. So that's kind of what I'm used to. But it's got a really great screen, as I've said. So I haven't really watched any movies on it per se. But I think once I get to traveling some more, I'll probably at least watch stuff on the plane. I got it after I went on my last trip to Mexico, so I didn't get a chance to use it then, but I am going to probably use it whenever I go out to LA for Christmas with my sister, so I will see how it works, see if I enjoy watching any movies or videos or whatever on it, and then I'll do. So there's that. Any other gadgets I've gotten lately? I know I've talked about the Galaxy Watch Ultra. I got that. I really do enjoy it. It's very comparable to the Apple Watch Ultra, especially as far as the amount or the depth you can go if you were to dive with it. It senses depth in the water. It has good water resistance. Not resistance, it's actually waterproof because it can go to, I think it's 10 atom meters is what it rates at, which is like 100 meters down or 300 feet underwater. So there's that. Now the software isn't quite as good as the Apple Watch software as far as compatibility with apps. The software itself looks fine. The animations are good. What it can do with the apps it has is good, but it doesn't have interaction with all the apps that are on my phone. The main one that I wish it had would be my Ecobee, or Ecobee, however you say it. It's my thermostat at home. It doesn't have an app for that specifically, but it does control my thermostat through the Google Home app, which is on the watch. Works, but it's not completely got all the functions. Like I can't change it from a hold to a standard comfort setting. I can only change the temperature up and down. I can't do an automatic, like it stays and fluctuates based on time of day setting. I have to actually open my phone and get into it there, which isn't a big deal, but it's just a lack of functionality that I'm used to with the Apple Watch. So there's that. It does have really good health tracking. Does my sleep tracking very well. I don't remember. I think I told you I got the Aura Ring 4 because I could get a better sizing to get on my index finger. And you see I'm not wearing it, and that's mainly because I don't like it. It's a little bit better than the 3 was as far as accuracy, but it still does not track my deep sleep very well. It's always saying I've only got like 30 minutes of deep sleep, whereas my Withings under the mattress sensor and my Galaxy Watch both say I'm getting like close to an hour of deep sleep every night. So it's like, which one is right? I don't know. I almost need to take an actual sleep test with the actual medical sensors and stuff to figure out what my actual sleep is to see which one is correct. My gut feeling is the ring is not as accurate because I feel like I get plenty of sleep. I don't feel tired during the day. I think what the problem is it's a little big. I could do a 13 size, but it's so snug. I don't know how easy it'll be if my hand swells at all to get back off because you have to take it off to charge it, every few days. And the 14 fits well, but it's just a little bit, if I press up on it, it'll get a little bit of a gap here. So that tells me it could be loose down here where the sensors are, which tells me that's where it's probably lacking on the deep sleep readings. But it gets all the other sleep readings pretty close to correct, like the REM sleep and the light sleep. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen other. I don't know. I don't care for the ring. I don't think it's really helpful, and I regret spending the money. I mean, with the subscription, it was about over $400. So, I mean, that's a lot for a device that's not really working well, and it only is really useful for sleep tracking because I don't really work out that much. And if I do, you can't use it for weights because it'll scratch the ring up if you use hand weights. If you use it for running, walking, any kind of aerobic type workout, it'd be fine. As long as your hands don't have to grip onto anything, you don't have to worry about scratching the ring. So I don't know. It's something I really should get into. I should start trying to work out because I've lost a lot of weight from my gastric bypass a little over a year ago, and I need to start working on building my muscle back because I've started losing muscle because I'm losing so much weight. So I need to really work on that to keep from getting too weak. And I want to keep up my stamina and be able to walk and hike as much as I can, especially whenever I go on these long trips to Europe and other countries where I'm on tours and I need to be able to walk a lot. So there's that. And possibly if I went on one of those trips again, probably next year I will take the ring with me and just see how it does as far as fitness tracking for steps, because I'll have both my watch and the ring and I'll compare them and see which one seems like it's getting all the steps in. Because I could get a regular pedometer too, just to compare all 3, just to see which one seems to be the most accurate. Maybe get a Fitbit. I don't know if they still make the one that just fits on like your waistband or whatever, if you have to get the wristband version, but I might look into that, but it's more money to spend on something I probably won't use that much. I don't know if I could use it for like 30 days and then return it, maybe like on some devices. Other than that, there's not a whole lot gadget-wise that I'm doing. It's getting close to Christmas, so I don't want to spend a lot of money on myself because who knows what my sister or any of my relatives might get me, and I don't want to buy something and then they get the same thing for me and then I'd feel bad and wouldn't want that. And plus, who knows if I get any gift cards that could go towards the next gadget or whatever. One thing I am looking for, and I'm going to see if my sister gets it for me, I put it on my list of things I'd like to have, is a docking station for my Galaxy Z Fold phone. It actually will hold it in tablet open form, either sideways or top-wise. And then you can plug it into the base, which has multiple docking peripherals for like USB and SD card slot and everything. So you can plug it in, basically make it almost a desktop. And then I get me a Bluetooth keyboard to go with that, which I actually have one. It's a Bluetooth keyboard and trackpad all in one, and it folds up real compact. So I can actually show that one here a little bit later, show you what I'm talking about. I got it from Temu, and it was really affordable. It was like 25 bucks, something like that. So it wasn't too bad. And it syncs really well and works pretty well. I mean, it's a small keyboard, so you kind of have to get used to being a little bit more cramped when you're typing. But other than that, it works pretty good. And that and the alignment of the keys, because if they fold up, makes certain rows of the keys that would normally overlap a little bit go straight. So you kind of have to worry about your spacing on if you're a touch typist like I am. If you're used to a certain way the keys are at. So there's that. And the other thing that I'm hoping that I might get from her that I asked for is a mobile monitor. They have a 15 and a half, I think, 15.6 inch mobile monitor that you can plug into, so you can have basically a full laptop and go into the DeX mode, which is Samsung's desktop version of their OS. So I'd just like to try it and see how it works and see if I could get away with using that instead of a laptop. So might look into that and see if I like it or not. And it's just another one of those things. And it's not that expensive. They actually got pretty good buys on those monitors right now. You can get them for like a little over $100, which isn't bad for a 15-inch monitor, I don't think. Especially if it's mobile, has a collapsible, what you'd call it, a like folio closing case type thing that protects it whenever you're traveling, and then it flips around backwards to be an easel to hold up the monitor. So that works really well.